Not so long ago, I was living in a house in the Caribbean, in the Dominican Republic, with a few buddies of mine, and we lived in an apartment that was furnished. It had every amenity you could imagine. It had running water, it had electricity, everything. Then one day, without warning, a tropical storm hit the place we were living. The bridge in and out of the town was destroyed. There was no electricity. The weather made cell phones unusable, and everyone rushed to the grocery stores, and in the first few hours they were empty. Imagine no food, no water, no resources, no way to communicate. Without any other recourses, my friends and I searched in what seemed a vain attempt to survive. But we'll come back to that story at the end. According to the National Science Foundation, 11 disasters meriting national relief efforts have already happened in the first 4 months of the year 2011, and the rate is growing. As you can see here, from 1900 to 2000, in the last 100 years alone, the rate of natural disasters has increased dramatically. And what we can see from that is that there's a necessity for all of us to be prepared for something, whether it be an earthquake, a tsunami, or anything, even here in Utah as college students. According to the city of San Francisco, a city familiar with disasters, and their emergency agency, the most important time of an emergency are the first 72 hours, the first 3 days. And according to the Alberta Emergency Preparedness Society, the most important place to have emergency preparedness supplies is in the home. So if we combine these two pieces of information, it's important to have supplies for the first 3 days, as well as having them in your home. A lot of us don't live in homes. As college students, we live in apartments or places that are a little bit smaller and a little more modest. But the perfect solution to this problem of being prepared is something as college students that we need to be portable, small, light. It's a 72-hour kit. I brought my own here, as you can see larger on the screen, but it's right here so you can see. I speak to you as a convert. A few months ago, I didn't have anything to speak of in terms of emergency preparedness, and now I have this. And I'll show you the contents of it really quick, and I have some of them down here. Really simple things like, for example, some peanut butter, some power bars, candles, some rope, an old shirt that I found in my closet that I'd hate wearing. Everybody's got some of these things, and the important thing is that anyone can do it. I'll show you how to start. First, all you need to start is just something to keep it in. It can be an old paper grocery bag, it can be a cardboard box, it can be an old duffel bag, anything that you have, everybody's got something. And then the next thing you got to do is go in your closet. You don't have to go any further than that to start. You can find that old shirt that you absolutely hate and will never wear anywhere except in an emergency. You can find those dirty socks that just will not get clean. Nobody cares how you look in an emergency. And you throw those in your bag, and already you have the makings of your own 72-hour kit. The next thing you can do is things that are quick, easy, and cheap. For example, over here, just a roll of old garbage bags and some plastic Ziploc bags. You just roll those up, and those can be used in an emergency to carry anything that you would need, and even a small Book of Mormon you can get at the bookstore for a couple of dollars. Also important to have, I would think it's really easy you can do on your computer really fast, is have some phone numbers that you might not remember because they're in your cell phone. You can type them up on a piece of paper, laminate it, and have them for emergency purposes. And as far as food goes, you don't have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars to fill a first aid kit. All you got to do is every time you go to the store, you buy a big box of Nature Valley granola bars, for example. They're 12. Eat 11, put one in your little basket. Before you know it, in a few months, you've got enough for 72 hours, and it's a cinch. And if you need anything else in terms of further preparedness or further supplies or wanting to know what you want to do locally to prepare yourself, you can go to one of these two websites. One is providentliving.org, a church website run by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, has a lot of good resources for us who are members of the church. And you can go to ready.gov, which is run by the Department of Homeland Security of the United States government. And remember, in my story, when we had no resources, when it looked like there was nothing else to do, what we found in our apartment was that two of the guys that I was living with had 72-hour kits. Just enough food and just enough water to keep me and my friends alive for those few days until help came. I could dare say that I owe my life, my survival, to the preparedness of my friends. And I make this promise to you, that if you are prepared, you shall not fear. Thank you.